Blue Sky, designed to give users more control. It's built with open technology that lets communities set their own rules, unlike X, where everything is controlled in one place. But Blue Sky is not expected to pass X anytime soon in terms of users. The site reports about 18 million users, while X has an estimated 600 million. And that is Connecting the Dots.
And so far, WCNC Charlotte has not heard of any of these mysterious drone sightings in our area.
But if we did, we wanted to know if those drones would be flying legally.
That's right. WCNC Charlotte's Megan Bragg looks at the rules in North Carolina and verifies tonight.
North Carolina law has specific restrictions on the use of drones, whether they are used for recreational purposes, government purposes, or commercial purposes. So let's verify.
Our sources, North Carolina law, the FAA, and attorney Gary Matheny. According to the law, anyone who uses a drone that interferes with manned aircraft that's taking off in flight or landing can face felony criminal charges. It's also a felony to own and fly a drone with a weapon attached. However, according to FAA rules and regulations, it's free game for commercial and recreational drones to fly in uncontrolled airspace up to 400 feet as long as they are following the rules and regulations. However, there are some privacy rules in North Carolina. According to Matheny, some laws restrict drone operators from taking pictures or videos of people in their homes or backyards without their consent.
If they do take a photograph of you or film you without your consent, it's also a misdemeanor in North Carolina.
Matheny says if the drone is flying over your yard and they are at the rooftop level or below, it could be considered trespassing.
If anybody's flying a drone within that space, they're a trespasser. And you can take whatever action you would normally be able to take.
Now, you cannot fly 5 miles from an airport or above stadiums or public events, and you can only fly drones that weigh less than 55 pounds. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
WCNC Charlotte is making a difference with your help. When you share your news tips, we go to work.
I sent you that email. 15 minutes later, you're responding to me.
When a Charlotte woman battling cancer lost her health coverage, we demanded answers.
Within hours of WCNC Charlotte asking questions, the agency responsible quickly corrected its mistake.
Let us get to work for you.
Reach out to news tips at WCNC.com. WCNC Charlotte, news that impacts you.
Time now to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. Could gas-powered cars soon disappear? California's big plan may get the green light.
The Biden administration is set to approve California's ban on the sale of new gas-powered cars by 2035. Let's connect the dots. According to the New York Times, California and 11 other states want to phase out gasoline cars to fight climate change. Under the Clean Air Act, California can set stricter pollution rules than the federal government. Other states can then choose to follow those rules. The ban targets greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, which scientists say cause global warming. Transportation is the largest source of carbon emissions in the U.S. However, President Trump has promised to revoke California's permission. He says it limits Americans' car choices. If Trump succeeds, California plans to fight back. That state's policies impact nearly half of the U.S. auto market, and they've pushed automakers to produce more electric vehicles. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Speaking of getting around, we are right on the cusp of the rush to travel for the holidays. If you're flying out, you can expect some long lines at TSA. And of course, no one wants to be that person holding up the line. So as a refresher, WCNC Charlotte's Megan Bragg verifies what you can and cannot take through TSA.
Before you head to the airport this holiday, let's take a look at what you can bring so you're not holding up the security line. So to get answers for this, we went straight to TSA. First, can you bring wrapped presents through TSA? Technically, TSA says you can, but they strongly advise against it and recommend you put it in a gift bag or a gift box. That way, if an item triggers an alarm, officers don't have to unwrap your gifts. Okay, so let's talk about baked goods now. What about like those cookies, cakes, pies, fruit cakes, brownies, and other solid items? They can also go through TSA. And for those holiday drinks like wine, eggnog, and champagne, yeah, that's going to be a no-go. Those need to be packed and checked into a bag. Anything with that spills, sprays, pumps, or pours and is larger than 3.4 ounces is not allowed through TSA. And a reminder, TSA encourages people to arrive early because of the number of travelers flying this year. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
And of course, our Verify team is dedicated to helping you get ahead and sort out the facts among the stream of misinformation online. If you have something you'd like our team to look into, you can let us know. Email us at verify@wcnc.com or reach out to any one of us on social media.
When severe weather impacts the Carolinas, you can help us tell the story.
Our radar helps to keep you weather aware, along with images like these. Here's how to send us a video or picture of conditions impacting your area.
Make sure you're in a safe spot. Take a picture or a video, then send it to the Near Me feature on our WCNC News app.
Your image could be part of our weather impact coverage. Download the WCNC News app now.
A major announcement out of York County. The sheriff's office there says it has successfully disrupted a nationwide scam ring.
They say a scam operation spanning multiple states ended in arrest after the York County Sheriff's Office received a tip from Minnesota. Now, $43,000 in cash from victims has been recovered.
WCNC Charlotte's Anna King joining us live now. And Anna, is just the latest arrest in what seems to be a major problem.
That's right. Officials here told me the number of people who've fallen victim to these scams have skyrocketed here locally, and now they're urging people to be aware, especially with the holidays around the corner.
Do not give money over the phone. It's a scam. It will always be a scam.
A reminder from the York County Sheriff's Office during what they say is their busiest time of the year.
Unfortunately, we get scam calls like this at least once a day, if not twice a day. Calls
from people reporting they've been scammed out of huge amounts of money. So far, the York County Sheriff's Department says there have been 869 total fraud cases in the county, resulting in $3.7 million being stolen. Today, the department announced they successfully disrupted a nationwide sting after receiving a tip from someone in Minnesota.
The scammers called her and claimed that her son was arrested on drug charges and demanded that she sends cash in order to, quote, clear his name or offer his bail. The victim mailed thousands of dollars to an address in Fort Mill, South Carolina.
The Sheriff's Department managed to locate the suspect, and that's when they found
a large sum of cash and a list of other Fort Mill addresses that were connected to this investigation.
The suspect is now being held at the Justice Center with a $55,000 bond. Details. And the Sheriff's Department also told us the people making these calls are typically impersonating officers and lawyers requesting large sums of money. So coming up at 5, I have more detail on how you should be on the lookout for that. Live here in York County, Anna King, WCNC Charlotte.
All right, thank you for that report, Anna.
Well, tonight, yet another school plans on testing its soil in response to our buried investigation. Lincoln County Schools today confirmed the district is finalizing plans to collect samples at Rock Springs Elementary School. And this comes after WCNC Charlotte's Nate Morabito's reporting revealed coal ash placed at the school decades ago.
We don't know where the ash is buried at Rock Springs. These tests should provide some clarity. A district spokesperson told us Lincoln County Schools is talking with state regulators and other agencies about the kind of testing the school system can rely on to ensure everyone's safety.
It's really upsetting.
In response to our reporting in November, previously unaware parents and a former teacher expressed fear over the discovery and outrage over the initial lack of action by Lincoln County Schools. We recently obtained a message from the principal to concerned parents that reads in part, there is no coal ash under the school's buildings or playgrounds. State environmental records show there are about 300 tons of coal ash somewhere at this school.
Bring us some results, test it, do some action.
I want the soil tested, and I want to know what my kid is playing on every day.
As we've reported, coal ash contains what a Duke University scientist calls a cocktail of toxic elements, including known carcinogens and elevated radioactivity. Duke Energy told us a small amount of coal ash was used as truck access drive at this school, but most was blended in a cement mixture and permanently encased in the cement. Considered a beneficial use by the Environmental Protection Agency that meets benchmarks for the protection of human health. Speaking of the EPA, the agency is in the midst of evaluating the risk at this school and other locations throughout the area. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.
And you can see more of our 6-month investigation into buried toxic coal ash as soon as the news ends here tonight. We're going to take you through our investigation into the cocktail of toxic elements and the action now being taken at the local, state, and federal level. That's going to be right after WCNC Charlotte at 11, streaming on WCNC+.
Let's turn now to that WCNC Charlotte weather impact forecast as we take a live look this morning over Beach Mountain. A lot of folks out there skiing this morning, and what a beautiful day to do that. Cold weather, but a sunny day to take on the slopes. Meteorologist Becca Birdsall joining us now. And Becca, tell us a little bit more about what they're expecting there in the mountains.
Yeah, definitely cold throughout the day, but slightly warmer than it was for yesterday. In fact, this morning dropped down to about 25 degrees, but we're on the warm up. That sunshine, though, is not going to be warming us up much as we take a live look outside from downtown Monroe, courtesy of our Mr. Sparky Carolina Cam Network. Currently 36 degrees. Just a slight breeze out there is making us feel like 31. So that's what you're going to want to dress like as you step out the door this afternoon. Now, temperatures will be slowly warming up out of the 30s into the 40s later on this afternoon, with high temperatures close to about 45. Yesterday we did 43, so just slightly warmer than that. It will be slightly warmer as we head into tonight into early tomorrow morning as well. Waking up for your Christmas Eve morning, close to 30 across the metro area and middle 20s to start off your Tuesday morning. Now, we're still keeping cold thanks to that high pressure system that continues to evict that cold air across the Carolinas, but then watching for that low pressure system off the Carolina coast, and that's going to bring us some moisture tonight into early tomorrow morning with some slight rain chances from about midnight to daybreak. Certainly not going to be much, and our next cold front coming on Tuesday is going to push all of that moisture out. So here's what I'm talking about on that futurecast. 80 evening plans tonight, you'll be good. Definitely don't need the poncho, but we will see some clouds increase, especially east of I-77. A few sprinkles, a few areas of light spotty freezing rain certainly possible with this. It's just not looking much, and it's also going to be fighting some dry air. I do want to caution you, though, that if anything does fall, temperatures will likely be below freezing as you wake up for your Christmas Eve morning. So if you're venturing out on the roadways, just exercise some caution. We have some slick spots out on the roadways, especially on bridges and overpasses. If you're planning out your Christmas Eve and your Christmas Day, here is what that is looking like. I got a cold start for your Christmas Eve morning, but we'll see lots of sun for the afternoon and some much warmer temperatures. Highs making a run back finally into the middle 50s, right where we should be for this time of year. And Christmas Day, we'll have a very similar setup starting off in the lower 30s. We'll see lots of sunshine for the day, maybe a few high clouds mixed in with it. Once again, highs will be in the middle 50s. Now, rain chances, we slim to none over the next couple of days. Best chance does look to come, especially Saturday night into portions of your Sunday. If you are looking for a warm up, we do have one in the extended forecast as we take a look at that 6-day temperature outlook as we approach the final days of December. It looks like we will get that warm up. So we'll stay in the 50s, very seasonable conditions pretty much Tuesday all the way through this weekend, but we'll be back into the lower 60s for next Monday and Tuesday, which is the two final last days of December. Live look outside over in Blowing Rock. It's a cold one, but always a festive scene over there. And here are those ski reports. As of this morning, Beach Mountain Resort has a base of 56 inches, 7 out of the 8 lifts open. So if you're venturing there today, tomorrow, it's going to be great conditions for that. Just definitely cold under lots of sun. Those highs will likely only make it into the middle 30s. Sky Roofing 7-day forecast today. Great day if you're venturing out. Any last minute holiday shopping plans, or if you're headed out this evening to see those McAdenville Christmas USA lights, highs will be in the middle 40s, quickly dropping off tonight close to 30 degrees. Highs back into the 50s. Both Tuesday and Wednesday will stay in the 50s throughout the work week, with that next best chance to see some rain coming next Saturday and Sunday.
WCNC Weather Impact, your trusted source for winter weather and beyond.
We're committed to keeping you safe, informed, and weather aware.
From frost and freezes to snow, the WCNC Weather Impact team tells you the timing and the essentials you need to know. Get the up-to-date forecast on your schedule, always streaming on WCNC+.
Your Weather Impact team, only on WCNC Charlotte.
Stream now on WCNC+.
So the season of giving, and a homegrown star is stepping up in a big way to spread holiday cheer. Rapper DaBaby is back in his hometown for his annual toy drive, bringing smiles to hundreds of children and families in need. WCNC Charlotte's Miles Harris shows us how this year's drive is making an impact.
Rapper DaBaby was certainly in his Christmas bag this year, hosting his annual toy drive, reminding every person in this community that the holiday season is special for everybody. Thousands of people lined up outside Garinger High School, not just to see St. Nick, but to head to Kirk Pole.
There's people to help you if you don't got it.
It's quickly becoming a holiday tradition.
I kept them close.
Where Jonathan Kirk, also known as DaBaby, gives back to his community with his annual Christmas giveaway.
Make sure I can bless these kids for the holiday.
From bikes to footballs and even shoes, to give back, offering tons this holiday season.
It's just in his heart. It's in his heart.
Kirk's mother, Linda, stressed to him at an early age the importance of the holiday season.
And we just love to try to give back to bring some kind of sunshine and happiness to everyone.
And families taking away more than just gifts, but a piece of hope.
That's a blessing to have people that is able to do that. I do believe, you got to give back when you're such a high priority like that. So I think that's a blessing.
I feel like home. Yeah. Yep, just bringing my blessings back, showering them over as many people as I possibly can. You know what I mean?
In North Charlotte, Miles Harris, WCNC Charlotte.
Well, it is the season of holiday parties, and it can be easy to overindulge. You're catching up with family and friends, eating all kinds of food, and the alcohol may be flowing too.
It just happens sometimes. But as we know, too much alcohol can have some unintended consequences. But can it be worse during the holidays? WCNC Charlotte's Megan Bragg verifies.
Well, holidays can be very fun, but let's be honest, they can also be stressful. This can lead to extra pressure on your body, specifically your heart. And when you add in alcohol, it can be a bad mix. Today, we're taking a look at holiday heart syndrome and why it happens.
Our sources, Dr. Andrew Brenyo, a cardiac electrophysiologist with Piedmont Medical Center, Dr. David Lim, the medical director of Baptist Health Systems Emergency Departments, and Dr. Alan Anderson, chief at the Division of Cardiology at UT Health San Antonio. So first off, what is holiday heart syndrome? It's the increase in occurrence of atrial fibrillation. It results from a combination of excessive alcohol, high stress, and dehydration.
What tends to happen is after an afternoon, evening of heavy drinking, in the middle of the night or even the following morning, the patient will notice that their heart is racing, and usually they feel significantly different.
The dangerous part about it is it increases your risks of stroke. It increases your risk of developing a blood clot within the heart that can spread through your body.
But the main cause is the alcohol because it does not allow the heart to contract properly, disrupting the heart's ability to distribute blood throughout the body.
The heart loses some of the augmented flow. It's a little bit like having a 4-cylinder engine lose the turbine.
Those most at risk are people with diabetes, obesity, or heart failure, and anyone with a family history of AFib or heart disease.
If you start to experience symptoms like a racing heart, chest discomfort, or shortness of breath, you should stop drinking immediately. Holiday heart syndrome usually resolves on its own, but if symptoms persist, you should go to the emergency department. If you do plan to drink alcohol at a holiday party, be sure to pace yourself and switch off with some water. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
Question everything and verify with WCNC Charlotte. Taking questions, seeking experts for the answers, and sharing the knowledge to distinguish fact from fiction.
With this breaking news, we're seeing a lot of claims on social media.
No question left unanswered.
Police say this is true. All 4 of those shootings are connected.
Clearing up the confusion and bringing the truth into focus. WCNC Charlotte is guiding the way. But first here, a North End nonprofit is seeking solutions tonight. Its mission to help the community in whatever way it can. As WCNC Charlotte's Nick Sturdivant shows us, the goal is to help change people's day-to-day lives.
Each person that stops by,
and they've just embraced me with open arms,
is like a family member.
I think it means a lot because it's a community connection.
To Melissa Gaston.
Why is that important?
It's important because you have to be able to build relationships. Everything that happens is built by building a relationship.
Gaston is the executive director of the North End Community Coalition in Charlotte.
And we want to not just be able to a provider of giving away things, but we want to be able to change their lives and have an impact. So you can come to us and say, hey, I need help with financial assistance, or I need help with food, or whatever that situation is, and we can help you with that, but we also want to be able to help you change your circumstances.
The organization is a one-stop shop for folks like Vincent Starks. He not only volunteers.
So I live in Druid Hills neighborhood. I spoke to Melissa, different partners of the community, and ever since I've been here, I've been involved just doing different cleanups.
But gets much needed help through programs.
So especially during this time, November, December, that extra $100 or $200 is just very beneficial. And like I said, it's not discriminate upon your income, and you don't have to be handling any bills as well.
A lot of times I have people who come and say, I have this need, and I wasn't sure what to turn, but I know you could tell me.
And just like North End Community Coalition, here at WCNC Charlotte, we believe in making an impact. We're proud to support the North End Community Coalition with this $6,000 check from WCNC, the Tegna Foundation, the Parent Family Fund, and Still Skin Realty.
It's going to allow us to help our residents and do some more programming, so it's always great. Donations is how we get our work done.
Work that will continue to support those who stop by.
Come here and talk to Melissa about that, because she can help you out a lot.
Reporting for WCNC Charlotte, I'm Nick Sturdivant.
Now, Solutions Journalism is a way to highlight the hard work underway to make our communities a better place and put a voice to those efforts. So we did want to ask you at home, whose voice are we missing? A lot of our Seeking Solutions segments actually start with a message from you. If you have something you think we should be looking into, you can let us know. Send us an email to newstips@wcnc.com. You can also reach out to any one of us on social media. Tonight, scammers pretending to be law enforcement officers are calling people, leaving them asking, where's the money? The Iredell County Sheriff's Office says these calls are looking to deceive people out of their hard-earned cash. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre live now in Statesville. And Jess, what does the Sheriff's Office want people to know?
Well, first off, the Iredell County Sheriff's Office tell me that they're seeing an increase of these fake law enforcement calls throughout their community. And unfortunately, the agency says that about tens of thousands of dollars have been stolen from folks so far this year. And they want people to be aware so they don't fall victim to this scheme.
This is Sergeant Charlie Davis.
It's a scam designed to trick you.
Makes you really think about who you can trust out there and what information you're getting is accurate.
Fear and urgency over the phone.
I just think it's horrible. I don't understand, why do you, what better things could you be doing with your life than robbing people?
You think it's a sheriff, deputy, or police officer on the line, but instead it's a poser, claiming you are in some sort of legal trouble.
That they have a warrant for their arrest, or that they've missed jury duty or something along those lines.
Iredell County Major Troy Miller says they are seeing an uptick of phone scams, and fraudsters are finding creative ways to get your money. Eventually, the scammer tells their victim they need to pay up, sometimes in unconventional ways, to resolve the issue.
In order to take care of this, they have to go either buy gift cards or go deposit money into Bitcoin machines and transfer the money into cryptocurrency, and then they're telling them that takes care of their warrant or their jury duty that they missed.
But it's a scam, and once the money is sent, it's pretty much gone.
A lot of these suspects are using what we call spoof numbers that can't be traced, and a lot of times these people are not even in the country.
Law enforcement will never demand payment over the phone. If you get one of these calls, don't panic. Write down the information the caller gives you, like their name and phone number, and get that to police. Now, Major Miller also says not to, under any circumstances, provide your personal information or financial information over the phone. Live in Statesville, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
Good heads up. Thanks, Jess.
Every
Every morning, your mission is to get ahead of traffic. Our mission is to save you time and get you there safe.
You can trust WCNC Charlotte to alert you to trouble spots impacting your commute. Stay on the move with WCNC Impact Traffic. WCNC Plus. Stream now.
Right now, a local Boy Scout troop is asking for your help. Police in Pineville say a thief stole their trailer from a church, and while the trailer was found, all the camping gear inside is now gone. WCNC Charlotte's Julia Kaufman shows us how you can make a difference tonight.
The Boy Scout motto is be prepared, but nothing could have prepared a Pineville Boy Scout troop for losing thousands of dollars worth of camping gear after this trailer was stolen and dumped in a field.
Scoutmaster Harry Kaiser always locks up his troop's trailer, but that didn't stop a thief from dragging it out of this church lot and breaking in.
They just ripped everything off here, so you can't use that now.
The trailer, now empty,
everything's gone.
Was once filled with years of good memories.
25 years worth of scouting stuff, so all of our tents, all of our camping gear, all of our flags, all of the custom stuff we've made over the years.
Police recovered the trailer in a field in Lancaster County. Now parent Pradeep Sundrial has started a GoFundMe to replace the gear and fix the trailer.
Cooking utensils, stoves and everything, we either sold or disposed them.
They estimate it will cost roughly $16,000.
That got broken.
Police say the suspect is already in jail for several theft charges in Lancaster County after allegedly taking the trailer. The Pineville Police Department has pending warrants to bring him to Mecklenburg County. Despite the loss,
we're starting from scratch again.
Troop 502 is staying positive.
Some memories which were built over 25 years of the scouting, those are gone. But at least new things we can replenish essentials like tents, gas stoves, propane tank.
You can find their GoFundMe on WCNC.com. Julia Kaufman, WCNC Charlotte.
Well, tonight we are revealing our latest Hyundai hometown hero. After all our region has endured with Helene, it is only fitting that we shine the spotlight on a special person helping the community recover. And if you can believe this, we are now more than 2 months into what could be years of cleanup and rebuilding. This hero is committed, though, to making an impact for as long as it takes, and now has a brand new Hyundai Santa Fe from our Charlotte area Hyundai dealers to help with her efforts.
When the floodwaters rose, homes splintered, and mud flowed in.
It's really hard, and it's hard to see it, and it's hard to be in it.
The impact of Helene was clear. A battered high country.
It's heavy, and every day it almost feels heavier.
But as neighbors emerged to help neighbors, so did hope that the community was not broken.
Take it day by day. People are in your corner. We'll always be here. If anybody needs anything.
Jennifer Triplett is among those who stepped up, even as she dealt with her own storm damage.
And she's still going to school full time to be a nurse practitioner. Then the hurricane happened, and then the bank behind her house caved in.
Christy Tester says her cousin couldn't help but see what others were going through.
And people are in campers, or they're in tents, or they're displaced regardless, and their animals aren't with them. It's hard.
So Triplett got to work using her network of friends and social media to scramble donations and deliver them to neighbors in need.
We started replacing people's appliances, furniture, any kind of furniture, any sort of fridge, stove, wood stove, really anything. Jen was literally able to get anything.
In fact, when Triplett recently showed up outside the Boone Chamber of Commerce, she thought she was meeting someone with a fresh batch of donations.
I don't know about all this.
What she learned.
But we heard what an amazing job that you've been doing helping folks recover from Hurricane Helene. And we just want to say thank you so much. And we want to let you know that you are our Hyundai hometown hero.
It was time for the giver to receive.
On behalf of the Charlotte area dealers, I present to you your brand new Hyundai Santa Fe. You're very welcome.
Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm just humbled by it. I don't really know what to say. There's so many people that deserve this right now,
We want to make sure that we're out in the community, and we want to make sure that we're taking care of the community members that take care of us. It's a blessing to see someone that's really reaching out to the community, asking for help, and then reaching out for others that don't know how to reach out for themselves.
She's just helping one person at a time, and she's just making a big difference in this community. But it's such a blessing, and I appreciate it so much. I'll use it to the best of my ability to keep making these donations.
A promise this Hyundai hometown hero made good on almost immediately.
I'll make sure it goes to good home. I know you will, dear. We're all here. We're all together, and this too shall pass. We'll get through it.
And so we heard her talking about how she was just so humbled, and she's like, I can think of so many people who deserve this vehicle. This probably won't surprise you to hear this next, but when she found out that she had this new car, she was basically talking about, well, I guess my old car is up for grabs. Who am I going to give this one to? Yeah. So just like always a servant's heart and wanting to give.
She's thinking ahead and thinking obviously about that next person, even when she's getting something herself. So that's great. And that's how a lot of folks in Western North Carolina have had to act to try and survive over these last couple of months. So it's so great to see. Thank you to all of the Charlotte area dealers who provided that opportunity.
Yeah.
WCNC Weather Impact, your trusted source for winter weather and beyond. From frost and freezes to snow, get the up-to-date forecast on your schedule.
Your Weather Impact team only on WCNC Charlotte.
Stream now on WCNC Plus.
Time now to connect the dots. When we make the news make sense. Today, National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day, and you can thank your great Aunt Edna for making it such a big deal.
Ugly Christmas sweaters are a staple of the holiday season with a colorful history. Let's connect the dots. Christmas sweaters have been around for a long time. Back when people used to knit sweaters, experts say they probably created the ugly trend by accident. The trend became even more popular when Cliff Huxtable sported the offbeat sweaters on The Cosby Show back in the 1980s. Fast forward to the 21st century, we can actually thank the city of Vancouver for the rise of ugly sweater parties. Two guys there started throwing sweater soirees. The first such a hit, parties started popping up all over North America, and being ugly turned into a sport. So every third Friday in December, we celebrate National Ugly Sweater Day. And that is Connecting the Dots.
WCNC Weather Impact, your trusted source for winter weather and beyond.
We're committed to keeping you safe, informed, and weather aware.
From frost and freezes to snow, the WCNC Weather Impact team tells you the timing and the essentials you need to know. Get the up-to-date forecast on your schedule, always streaming on WCNC Plus.
Your Weather Impact team only on WCNC Charlotte.
Stream now on WCNC Plus.
Let's turn now to that WCNC Charlotte Weather Impact forecast as we take a live look this morning over Beach Mountain. A lot of folks out there skiing this morning, and what a beautiful day to do that. Cold weather, but a sunny day to take on the slopes. Meteorologist Becca Birdsall joining us now. And Becca, tell us a little bit more about what they're expecting there in the mountains.
Yeah, definitely cold throughout the day, but slightly warmer than it was for yesterday. In fact, this morning dropped down to about 25 degrees, but we're on the warm up. That sunshine, though, is not going to be warming us up much as we take a live look outside from downtown Monroe, courtesy of our Mr. Sparky Carolina Cam Network. Currently 36 degrees. Just a slight breeze out there is making us feel like 31. So that's what you're going to want to dress like as you step out the door this afternoon. Now, temperatures will be slowly warming up out of the 30s into the 40s later on this afternoon, with high temperatures close to about 45. Yesterday we did 43, so just slightly warmer than that. It will be slightly warmer as we head into tonight into early tomorrow morning as well. Waking up for your Christmas Eve morning, close to 30 across the metro area and middle 20s to start off your Tuesday morning. Now, we're still keeping cold thanks to that high pressure system that continues to evict that cold air across the Carolinas, but then watching for that low pressure system off the Carolina coast, and that's going to bring us some moisture tonight into early tomorrow morning with some slight rain chances from about midnight to daybreak. Certainly not going to be much, and our next cold front coming on Tuesday is going to push all of that moisture out. So here's what I'm talking about on that futurecast. 80 evening plans tonight, you'll be good. Definitely don't need the poncho, but we will see some clouds increase, especially east of I-77. A few sprinkles, a few areas of light spotty freezing rain certainly possible with this. It's just not looking much, and it's also going going to be finding some dry air. I do want to caution you, though, that if anything does fall, temperatures will likely be below freezing as you wake up for your Christmas Eve morning. So if you're venturing out on the roadways, just exercise some caution. We have some slick spots out on the roadways, especially on bridges and overpasses. If you're planning out your Christmas Eve and your Christmas Day, here is what that is looking like. I got a cold start for your Christmas Eve morning, but we'll see lots of sun for the afternoon and some much warmer temperatures. Highs making a run back finally into the middle 50s, right where we should be for this time of year. And Christmas Day, we'll have a very similar setup starting off in the lower 30s. We'll see lots of sunshine for the day, maybe a few high clouds mixed in with it. Once again, highs will be in the middle 50s. Now, rain chances, we slim to none over the next couple of days. Best chance does look to come, especially Saturday night into portions of your Sunday. If you are looking for a warm up, we do have one in the extended forecast as we take a look at that 6-day temperature outlook as we approach the final days of December. It looks like we will get that warm up. So we'll stay in the 50s, very seasonable conditions pretty much Tuesday all the way through this weekend, but we'll be back into the lower 60s for next Monday and Tuesday, which is the two final last days of December. Live look outside over in Blowing Rock. It's a cold one, but always a festive scene over there. And here are those ski reports. As of this morning, Beach Mountain Resort has a base of 56 inches, 7 out of the 8 lifts open. So if you're venturing there today, tomorrow, it's going to be great conditions for that. Just definitely cold under lots of sun. Those highs will likely only make it into the middle 30s. Sky Roofing 7-day forecast today. Great day if you're venturing out. Any last minute holiday shopping plans, or if you're headed out this evening to see those McAdenville Christmas USA lights, highs will be in the middle 40s, quickly dropping off tonight close to 30 degrees. Highs back into the 50s. Both Tuesday and Wednesday will stay in the 50s throughout the work week, with that next best chance to see some rain coming next Saturday and Sunday.
Thousands of kids went home with a free gift this morning. Camino held its annual event for Latino families in Charlotte, but as organizers told our Julie Kay, they think this year's event is even more important with the upcoming administration change.
All bundled up for Christmas with Camino. You could feel a chill in the air and the holiday spirit with it.
We are giving away 1,000 free gifts to the kids in our community today.
From the presents to the performances, and definitely to the line out the door.
We've had this event for over a decade, and each year just keeps getting a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger.
Paula Garcia has seen this community and crowd grow, but this holiday it means more.
Some Latinos are feeling a little bit of that terror, a little bit of that fear, and here at Camino we want the community to know that we are a place of hope and healing.
She says with an upcoming administration change, this holiday has an undertone of fear.
They're even considering dropping out of some of our programs just because of that fear that they might be persecuted or that they might be sought after with that new administration.
Despite that concern, Camino is expanding programs in the new year and opening a dental clinic. And Garcia says this many gifts is a sign that hope is already here.
Todas las personas que están allá que tienen un poquito de miedo, yo quiero saber que Camino está aquí para usted. Estamos aquí para ayudarte y tu familia y siempre puedes venir aquí. Estamos aquí para ustedes.
So this year and next, the Christmas in the air comes from the heart and right into these hands. Julie Kay, WCNC Charlotte.
And right now, Charlotte leaders are mapping out their plans to grow and improve the Queen City in 2025. But first, they must look back. Today, City Councilman Malcolm Graham taking time to meet with reporters to discuss some of the city's successes and failures.
And WCNC Charlotte's Julia Kaufman is joining us live from the Government Center to talk about this look back. What are the big takeaways here, Julia?
Well, we know a big revenue source for the city is hosting major sporting and entertainment events. Graham says, of course, that's a big win for this past year, but a loss has been the city's lagging mobility plan that's supposed to improve transit. Charlotte is bolstering its reputation as a major sports city.
Sports and entertainment is in the DNA of the city. The Panthers, the Hornets, Charlotte FC, NASCAR, AAA baseball, PGA golf.
Hosting events like Copa America and the Charlotte Invitation this year. Graham wants the city to keep the ball rolling.
It's about continuing to put more heads in beds, hotel generation revenue for our restaurants in Uptown Charlotte.
He also wants the city to build a professional tennis facility.
I look forward to continuing conversation next year with Mecklenburg County and other leaders about building a facility in Charlotte to host world-class tennis on a regular basis.
1, 2, 3.
The push comes after Charlotte planned to build a tennis complex in the River District so it could be the new host of the Western and Southern Open. But it lost that bid in 2023. Graham adding, the city needs to improve transit if it wants to keep attracting tourists.
Obviously, we want to be planning for the future, looking for growth. The transit tax is really, really an important vehicle for us to move forward.
City leaders plan to pay for big transit projects like expanding the Blue Line with a 1-cent sales tax. But they need the state legislature's approval to put the measure on the 2025 ballot for voters to decide.
It's a major setback for the city if we can. I'm cautiously optimistic, but boy, there's a lot of work that has to be done in a short period of time to accomplish it.
Graham says other pain points city leaders are looking to address this year and next are crime and vacant office buildings. For now, we're live in Uptown. Julia Kaufman, WCNC Charlotte.
All right, thanks for that reporting, Julia.
When severe weather impacts the Carolinas, you can help us tell the story.
Our radar helps to keep you weather aware, along with images like these. Here's how to send us a video or picture of conditions impacting your area.
Make sure you're in a safe spot. Take a picture or a video, then send it to the Near Me feature on our WCNC News app.
Your image could be part of our weather impact coverage. Download the WCNC News app now.
United Way, meantime, making a new investment in the Queen City. The organization is giving $9 million to nonprofits